So Gyakie is trending, and honestly, the story is all over the place. So let's get into it. So last week, KNUST had their SRC week, and Gyakie was supposed to be one of the artists to perform on stage. Now, a lot of people was looking or were looking forward to, Gyakie performing and all of that. But a woman as a TL on the TL, that is on the X feed, a lot of people start, hearing some things, and some things were being said on there. And that was when we saw a post from Gyakie talking about how the KNUST SRC, they should do better. And for that reason, she was not going to perform for the program. And a lot of people were trying to understand what exactly, is going on and what is happening. And so I decided to go on the TL to investigate because now I found out, in fact, a lot of us that we like gossip, we found out that a page on Twitter by name the Vogue Live, correct me if I'm wrong, or the Vogue Official, posted something where the person said Jacqueline Echampon, KNUST alumna, popularly known by her stage name Gyakie, performed for the first time at the KNUST SRC week after completing KNUST in 2021. Gyakie was booed while performing her first song as a student musician at KNUST during the Republic Hall Week 2019, which made her cry. Today, the over 86,000 students of KNUST are paying with their SRC dues, yearning to watch her perform on the very grounds where she was booed. Give up and see. Now, if you sit back and you read this, you wouldn't think, oh, it's like anything deep like that. You understand? But it so happened that the KNUST SRC, right, then saw this, and then they came to quote, the post that this person made, and they said, the reason you were forced to rename from Voice of KNUST to what you have now was the lack of professionalism in your approach to the media space. There have also been instances where your posts have misinformed the public. Trust me, we will hold you accountable for each of them. And, hinting at the fact that it is as though this person's post had something to do with Gyakie not wanting to come on stage, right? Now, if you do not understand the whole situation, in 2019, when Gyakie was still a student at KNUST, there so happened to be a time where she performed on stage. And the crowd were not necessarily very nice to her. Okay, they were not at all. They booed her, and it was a hard time for her, right? And seeing that, even with everything that happened, she still graduated, left school, moved on, and now she's been approached to come and perform in that same school, right? One would think, oh, it's a beautiful thing, she's coming back to her alma mater to come and perform and all of that. And one would think, okay, there are certain things that one should not try to push out, right? And now if you go back, after seeing what this SRC for KNUST came out to quote under the person's post, now if you go back to read the person's post, you will now find it triggering, because why bring it up? Why bring it up? You can just tell that this person is known for controversy, trying to stir up the pot. And I think probably they've bitten more than they can chew. As to if this is the real reason why Gyakie did not come there to perform, people do not know, right? Because she has not come out to say, oh, it was because so and so posted or said something. No. She addressed the KNUST SRC. And the SRC then came on Twitter to address the person who posted what they posted. You understand? So it just shows that there's a link somewhere, even though no confirmation has been made. But if you ask me, right, I genuinely think that if you look from one side, it would seem like, oh, the post was harmless, until you fully understand. You understand? And to know that this was a situation that really broke her spirit at some point, to the extent where you even went on to talk about how she cried. emphasizing on how she cried and now she's back. Like, what is that even supposed to change? Because at the end of the day, you people, you booed her then. Now you people are paying her. And I know you people are paying serious pay for her to even come there. You understand? So why then bring up something like that? It's like ripping off the bandage of a fresh wound. It will still nip and it will be bleedy. You get it? And like I said, if this is the real reason why, Gyakie didn't come, we don't know, because she never actually addressed anybody. She just addressed the SRC. But then I would say this, yeah. You see this thing called words. Kasa. We do not know how it stings or how it affects the next person. Yeah, we've come to say our mind, we've come to say what we want to say, and we've moved on. As to how the person receives it, we do not know. So when you come on the media, especially when you're addressing someone or you're talking about a situation, try to add common sense, conscience, and then put yourself in the person's shoes. That if someone writes or says something like this about you, would you be happy? Would you be happy? If you would not be happy, then don't even do it. Do not at all. Because at the end of the day, nobody likes to be dragged back to situations that hurts them. Nobody likes to be reminded of something that they've worked so hard to move past. You understand? I feel like at every point, every artist has had a point in their career where they were on stage and people, treated them a particular way. And it's all part of the success story. Beautiful, right? But I feel if it is spoken about once or twice, let's move past it. You understand? And that is why you see certain people or certain public figures or artists say, they do not like to do certain interviews because the interviewers keep bringing up the same type of questions. If they are not talking about their controversies, then they want to, you understand? And Charley, it really doesn't add anything. There are a lot of things you could have written about Gyakie. There are a lot of things you could have written about her, right? You could have just even left it as she's an old student and now she's back on the stage. Like, you could have just left it at that. Trying to stir up the pot and all of that. Hey, I ask some more. You understand? Like, you are buying enemies for yourself that you do not even need. You do not unprovoked. You get, and it's really sad. It's really, really sad because quite a number of people, were of the opinion that the guy who posted the initial talk about Gyakie coming to perform and all of that, his talk was just so unnecessary. Now, someone said, yes, their caption was very unnecessary and unprofessional. I used to rate them. So you can tell that this is like a KNUST kind of media coverage thing. Like, they cover news on the KNUST campus. So some people are like, Charley, they used to rate them, but Sisiano is looking like Omadring boom kakra. You understand? And another person said, this post has literally made over 1 million views stroke impression. My question is this the reason Gyakie didn't perform at KNUST this year? But the arrangements the SRC put in place, looking at Gyakie post, her only mention was the SRC. Or, yes, that was also my concern because I'm like, she addressed the SRC. And if there's something, lately Gyakie has been giving us, she has been giving us outspoken, she's been giving us Miss Robia, you get. So I don't know if like the post is actually the situation or like something happened, but for the SRC team to come and quote that, probably there's like a little. Another person said, is it the same academic year student of her time that's in the school who wants to see her perform now? Or you don't know the difference in period between 2019 and 2026? Still doesn't change anything. And that is why I always say that people should be more kind. People should be more kind. Everybody started from somewhere. You get the fact that someone is starting little and then the person comes on stage, you boo the person, and all of a sudden the person blows, and then now you want to act all familiar, and then you're wondering why certain artists will never, like, they will never go back to like their school days or even try to like reconnect with certain people, because Charlie, when they think about the things that they had to go through even to make it out, is insane. I remember when Pella made a statement about how back then in, I think, primary school or secondary school or something, when he they used to sack him for school fees, treat him anyhow, insult him, and now the same school wanted him to come, talk to their kids, and and he charged them, like he puts them on serious bill, because yes, back then you people were not kind to me. Yes, sir. So probably this is Gyakie's way of saying, nah, I don't mess with you, and that's on her. And she has every right. And ya musika na be ni shade. Gyakie is Gyakie. Gyakie is big. You get it. I really hope that whatever situation that caused her not perform this year is resolved, because, like I said, a lot of people were quite disappointed that she did not perform, and a lot of people were looking forward to her performing this year. Hopefully, next year, probably, she comes to perform. Anyways, that's all the updates we have on this story. We'll bring you guys more updates when we have them. This has been What's They Go On here at the Charley Studios. Do well to let us know what you think about this story, what you think about the situation. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And Mimi, we'll catch you on the next one.